there is no special technique that is going to just manifest multiple things at once for you. There is no special technique that you have to use to be able to manifest multiple things at once, and that should come at a relief to you, because you don't have to spend days, months, years scouring for this like particular magic technique that is going to be able to give you all the things that you want.
That's good.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natasha Lauren, the Law of Assumption Fairy, and I'm here to teach you anything to do with the Law of Assumption and manifest. From the title you can see we're going to be talking about manifesting multiple things at once. First of all, is it possible? Yes. Like, let me say for me, for example, before I quit my last job, I wanted to just completely work for myself. I didn't want to be doing a 9-to-5 anymore. I didn't want to work for someone else, etc, etc. So I was first manifesting me being able to leave that particular job and, you know, financially being able to leave that particular job. And at the time and still now, I have my business. So I knew, okay, that's fine, but it was just getting myself to that place where I'm like, okay, cool, I'm able to leave this job and I'm still going to be financially stable to be able to do that. So I was manifesting that. And at the same time, with my YouTube channel, I wasn't monetized yet. So my initial plan when leaving that job is just, I'm just going to focus on my business. That's going to be my source of income. I wasn't even thinking about YouTube yet, being like, YouTube wasn't the reason that I was leaving my job. But at the same time, I also had the desire to be monetized on YouTube and obviously, and all that kind of stuff. So for me, yes, I was manifesting both of those things at the same time. And it just so happened for me that the day that I had decided would be my final day is the exact same day that I also got monetized on YouTube. Now, that's not to say that if you're manifesting multiple things at once, that they're all just always going to come to you on the same day. No, it happened to work that way for me, but it definitely is possible to manifest multiple things at once. They might come at a different time, but the main thing is that you want to experience these things. And if you want to focus on experiencing them in general, you want to focus on manifesting multiple things at once, then yeah. So one thing for me that I did at the time is, and one thing that I suggest when manifesting multiple things at once, is include it in your mental diet. Now, before you knew about the law, before you knew about manifesting, either law of assumption, law of attraction, whatever it is, before you knew about this stuff, right? You now know now that you've always been manifesting. You didn't just suddenly start manifesting one day, you've always been doing it. And you would have realized that before you knew what manifesting was, you're creating things just with your mind, just with your thoughts, your feelings, your mental diet. So the attitude that you have within, the attitude that you have about that particular thing, what you expect about that particular thing, what you're doing in your mind, how you're thinking about it, etc, etc. So use your natural way of manifesting. Like, you know how to do this. You've literally been doing it your entire life. You just wasn't aware of it, but you naturally know how to do it. Like, it is our innate ability to be able to create. So do the same thing for manifesting multiple things at once. Include it in your mental diet. Like, think from a place and think about all of the things that you want, all of these multiple things that you want to experience. Include them in your mental diet. So when you're thinking about, obviously it's different for everyone. So I'll just give some examples. Say you want to manifest a car, you also want to manifest a certain amount of money, and you want to manifest, I don't know, a certain amount of followers or something. In your mental diet, every time you're thinking about the car, you're thinking from the place of you having it. Every time you're thinking about the money, you're thinking from a place of you already having it. Every time you're thinking about the followers, you're thinking from a place of you already having it. Like, just include all of those multiple things within your mental diet, within your day. And understand as well, like I said, before you knew about manifesting, you didn't need a particular technique to be able to manifest. So there is no special technique for it. Just do what you've been doing. Like, I feel like we can make manifesting so hard, and I think we want to make it so hard because we're so used to, we've been programmed from children that things are hard, that, like, you know, there is no easy way of things, that basically if you haven't worked hard for something then you don't deserve it, doing it the easy way isn't worthy, all that kind of stuff. And that's why I feel like with manifesting, it definitely can seem as if there needs, like, it can't be that easy. It can't just be that I just think about it. I think from that place. I'm including all the things, all the multiple things that I want just in my normal day-to-day thinking and focusing and feelings, etc., etc. And it literally is that simple. Now, another thing you can do as well is realize what is it that you actually want from having all these particular things. And 9 times out of 10, it's that feeling of success, it's that feeling of accomplishment, it's a feeling of being free. It depends what it is, but take some time to sit with yourself and figure out what is it that you're actually looking for by having these particular things. Like, for example, like if it's a relationship, for example, if you want a relationship, what you're really looking for is to feel love. If you want a certain amount of money, for example, what you're really looking for is freedom. If you want success, if you want success in your business, if you want whatever, what you're really looking for is that feeling of success, is that feeling of being accomplished, feeling proud, all that kind of stuff. So another thing you can do alongside of including the multiple things in your mental diet is to also focus on the feeling. So enter into the feeling of whatever it is that you want, like the surrounding feeling about it. So like I said, if it's multiple things, you can enter into the feeling of being blessed, enter into the feeling of being successful, enter into the feeling of being accomplished. And by that, it means that you going to a state where that is all you're generating within. You're generating you just feeling accomplished, you feeling blessed, you feeling grateful. You're feeling grateful, and you understand, you know that you're grateful because everything in your life is the way that you want it to be. You have those multiple things, you're doing those things that you want to experience, all that kind of stuff. So you can take some time, take like 5 minutes out of the day or before you go to bed or whatever, and ask yourself, how does it feel now that I am blessed? Now that I am blessed, how does it feel to be blessed? How does it feel to be accomplished? How does it feel to be successful? Take that time, go into that state and focus on the feelings focus on the feelings, focus on how it feels to be blessed. Like, you can go through your mind about all of the multiple things that you have, but your main focus is generating that feeling of being blessed, generating that feeling of being successful, generating that feeling of being accomplished, alongside, like I said, your mental diet. And to be fair, the main thing you can just focus on is your mental diet. It's going to include all of those feelings. It's going to include you living in the end and thinking from that place. But if you want to as well allow an easier way to allow yourself to feel it, I would suggest going into a meditative state and asking yourself the question, how does it feel now that I am so blessed? How does it feel now that I am so successful? And sink into, you don't have to question it, you just allow those feelings to come up, you allow yourself to experience those feelings, and you go about your day. Another thing as well, the most important thing, well, 2 important things actually. The first one is living your life to the fullest. Like, this is something I feel like can be overlooked sometimes when it comes to manifesting in general, manifesting everything. Conscious manifestation is not about overthinking, sitting in your room and just going into like meditation or whatever it is you decide to do and just overthinking and constantly thinking about the thing and thinking from the place and doing the affirmations 500 times. No, you also need to live your life to the fullest. Like, you already have that thing. The main thing with manifestation is you're not trying to get it on the outside. Your main focus is having it on the inside. Always focus on your mind. Like, it's going to come on the outside, but your focus and where the manifestation is on the internal. Like, that's where you have to focus so much and be so happy that you have it on that you already have it in your mind, you're experiencing it in your mind, you're thinking from that place in your mind. So why, when you're in this 3D, when you're in your reality, all that kind of stuff, are you not going to be living your life to the fullest? Because you already know it's done, you already know that it's coming. There's no need for you to stress, no need for you to worry. So yeah, just make sure you also live your life to the fullest. And then the second thing that I was going to say is that I think another thing some people might get a little bit worried about or whatever is, And I feel like this is something that more comes from the law of attraction. Manifesting is manifesting. It's just law of attraction, law of assumption, just two different names, and they're taught in two different ways. But if you're coming from the law of attraction side, or even from the law of assumption, but you still feel like, oh, I don't really know if whatever knows 100% what I want, the universe, whatever it is, you know what you want. So when you're manifesting multiple things, or you're manifesting anything in general, you don't have to sit there worrying about, oh, like, does the universe know that I want that particular car? Does the universe know that I want that particular amount of money? You know, you are the source. Your mind, like, you know, so you don't have to worry. Even if you, and I say this for, even if you decide to do it through the route of just, you know, focusing on the feeling of you being successful, focusing on the feeling of being blessed, etc., etc. If you're going down that road, you don't have to sit there worrying about, okay, but like, you know, what am I blessed for? Like, am I just gonna suddenly get, like, no, you know what it is that you want. You know the reason why you're doing that particular thing. You know that you're feeling blessed because you have that particular car, you have that amount of money, you have those amount of followers, you have whatever, you're able to experience whatever you want, whatever it is that you want in life. You know, your life is good, etc., etc. So you don't have to worry that you're going to get some random result from it. Like, you know what you want, you know what is going to make, you know what's going to make you happy, you know what your desires are. So you don't have to worry about the universe or anything outside of you deciding something different for you is going to make you feel blessed or make you feel all of those things. So yeah, I hope this video has helped you guys. Include your multiple desires in your mental diet. Ask yourself, how does it feel? And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.